99% of women are wasting their money. And how can you be in the top 1%? Some of the things in this video may sound common sense to you, but the truth is 9 out of 10 women are not doing them, and they are completely setting themselves up for failure. So in this video, I will tell you what not to do, and in the next one, I will follow up by telling you exactly how to change your life to become the 1% and not make these mistakes that everyone else is doing. First thing, designer items. You don't need them. You don't need them when you have no money, and you don't need them when you have a lot of money. Now, if there's something you want and it's beautiful and it fits your personality, of course, if you can afford it, if you are investing already, if you have your money set, most of the items are designed to be flashy in a way that just attracts people to want to look a certain way, to buy these brands and symbols that supposedly portray something about you and your personality, how rich you are. And a lot of people buy these things for status. They don't even purchase it because they want to, because it fits their wardrobe or their personality. That's not really a good mindset, because you are losing yourself and you are valuing yourself in terms of materialism versus what you can actually accomplish and do. There are so many more better ways to spend your money than to just blowing it all on designer items, especially if you cannot afford it. And the value of these are so inflated. I went to Germany. They have an outlet mall there, and you will be surprised how devalued these items are as soon as the season is over. This is not even what you go and purchase from your local online stores that are maybe 30% off or 20% off because it's last season. Everything is still upmarked online. But these stores, they had Gucci, they had Balenciaga, they had Jimmy Choo's for literally 1/3 of the price. Most of the stuff was at least 50% off, and everything else that would be on the market for, let's say, $900 or $1,000, you can get for $250. And keep in mind, that's already with an upmark for that store. So it leaves you to wonder, how stupid do they think we are, right? If they're upmarking this like 1,000 times than it's actually worth, and then you're spending your money that you earn on an hourly wage, you're basically trading your life for this item that is upmarked for you to buy a certain status, where when you are actually talking to those people who are of that status, they will be able to know that you are not of that status, because if all you have to show for your life is designer items, it's going to show to anybody. And that's not the thing we aim for. When you don't have money, you definitely don't need them. When you do have money, just be conscious about it, okay? Because hopefully at this time, your money is working for you. You're not actually trading your time for your money. So the purchases you do make are more passive. So it's not like a direct trade of your life for an item. Just think of it that way, right? Second thing is feeling like you must frequent expensive events or places. That could mean many things. And living above your means, such as going to expensive restaurants, going on expensive vacations, staying at expensive hotels when you clearly can't afford it. And I'm not saying this because I'm saying someone can't afford a certain thing, but I'm saying this so people can become more financially literate. It is not smart to do that. When I was working minimum wage jobs and studying in university and not had any investments, I wasn't blowing my money on things. I was saving every penny for greater opportunity in the future, and it presented itself. It was the business that I started with that money I saved up. But if I were to go and blow my money on restaurants, alcohol, expensive cars, just to look a certain way, to try to portray myself as someone I'm not, someone who's rich and wealthy and has these luxury items and goes to these luxury places, I would have ended up in the dust, because when that opportunity came, I wouldn't have had any money to start a business. I wouldn't have been able to take the next steps. I would have just been stuck with my purses, my shoes, all this crap, and some memories of a beautiful place that I can afford every once in a while, versus taking my resources, collecting them, being financially smart, and investing them into something that actually did change my life to a way where I can go to those places frequently if I wanted to, without breaking my bank and without it affecting me in any way, shape, or form. The third thing is running up your credit card debt because you can pay it later. That is the worst thing you can do. Credit card debt is one of the worst types of debt that is out there, and it is very compounding, and it will catch up with you 10 times more because the interest rates on that are terrible. And if you think that you can just go and spend this money as if it's your money and deal with the consequences later, those consequences are going to haunt you for years and years and years, and it's going to be an uphill battle trying to pay it off. So do not do that. The fourth thing is putting off investing because you don't know how to do it, or that it's for someone else, it's for somebody who is in finance, it's for somebody who is older. That is not true. You are setting yourself back if you have yet to invest your first dollar. You don't need to be a millionaire. You don't need to inherit something in order to begin your investing journey. You have to start as soon as possible, even with a small amount, because it builds your mentality that way. And if you don't know anything about investing or how to be very smart with your money to set yourself up for success in the future, then I would recommend checking out my program. I'm going to link it down below, and with educational resources about how to start. You can begin investing today. Like I said, you don't need any background. You don't need heavy loads of cash sitting around in order to do that. It's actually quite easy and really sets you up for success. The next thing is not thinking that you are capable of starting a business or any type of side income. This is also a huge misconception, because even for me, before I started, I thought that businesses were for people who were already born into wealth. This is how closed I was in my education about setting my life up for myself. All I knew was what I was in, which was school and getting a job. I was going to be a doctor. That's what I was studying for. I was a pre-med and I was a biology major, and all I knew was that. I had no idea that anybody can start a successful business if they have enough perseverance and just a little bit of resources, which you can save up with time. That's what I did. And you are fully capable of doing that. And if not a huge, crazy business, but something that will give you a side income that you can invest in order for you to start your passive investing journey. And the last thing that 99% of women, or really anyone, is doing is taking control over your education in terms of your finances and advancing your financial literacy. Most people are putting that on the back burner because they assume that just by working a job and making money in a paycheck is enough to sustain them, or that it will work out eventually. But when it comes to this, and when it comes to passive income and setting yourself up for long-term wealth and even just more flexibility in your finances, you have to leverage time. Time is your most valuable asset when it comes to this. So the sooner you start, the better. So you have to take that financial literacy into your own hands and actually begin to educate yourself on how to advance in this, how to start, what to do. Not just assume that you'll start when you're 40 or 50 or 60, or that it doesn't apply to you, because it does, and it will completely put you in a different category in terms of finances in your life. So like I said, if you're interested in that type of information, check out my course and check out my masterclass that's going to be linked in the description box. So I hope that you are not doing any of these things, and if you are, it's okay, because now you can learn to change them and do yourself a favor and set yourself up for success. I hope you enjoyed this video. My name is Karina. Like it, leave a comment below, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.